through the mobility circuits now. That's part of your warm-up. The foam roll and mobility would be the two ones I would say to do pre-workout. The stretches we would say for post-workout as a cool-down. Okay? For mobility, I'm going to have you start with ankle mobility. All you need is a wall or any vertical post that you can wedge your foot against. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my foot and place it onto the wall so that my heel is on the floor, toes on the wall. From there, what I'm going to go is a middle drill. All I try to do is push my knee straight in towards the wall and back, straight towards the wall, back, and in. All right, I'm going to go 10 there. Once I've gone 10, then I'm going to go where I drop my knee internally towards the wall. So instead of going straight in, I'm now going at this internal angle, in, out, in, out, in, out. I'm then going to go external for 10, where again, I just drop my knee now to the outside, okay, keeping my foot wedged, 10 one way, 10 to the other. Okay. Our next exercise is going to be the wall slide. Now with this, there's a few modifications or things that you can do. If this is hard for you, we can take the hips just off the wall, right, where we squeeze the shoulder blades down and back, and now we're just going to press the hands up the wall, trying to maintain contact with the whole back side of our arm, with our wrist, elbow, and shoulder, and then we'll pull back down, squeezing through the lats and the back side, up and down again. If that position is really easy for you, we're then just going to have you push the butt into the wall, and then try to tighten the abs so that there's no space between the lower back and the wall. Now from there, we'll just repeat the exercise. If at any point during the exercise you have pain in your shoulder, all right, you feel a catch, you feel something pinching in your shoulder, stop the movement, don't do this one, right? Odds are there's an impingement that we don't want to work through. We'll find a different exercise to go through for this, right? The next exercise we're going to do is going to be a hugging hip lift to activate the glute. What I'm going to do by hugging my knee into my chest is I'm going to put my lower back into a state of flexion, which then forces me or prohibits me from using my lower back to lift up. So with this motion, I'm going to take my two hands and hug my leg in, put my heel to the floor, and then I'm going to drive to the ceiling and squeeze my glute on that down leg and down. Up, down, up, down. By keeping this in, again, I isolate into the glute and I don't allow myself to hyperextend my back as I come up off the floor. All right? Up and down. We do 10 on one side, 10 to the other. The next exercise we're going to be scapular push-ups, which all that is from the top range of a push-up. And Becca will hop down into it. I want to squeeze as I drop and retract my shoulder blades down. So as she comes down, I'll get this movement here. My elbows don't bend. And then all I'm going to do is press back up as tall as I can through the shoulder without lifting here at the hips. And then again, I'll pull back down, squeeze, activate my rhomboids here between my scapula, and press back up tall, and retract. Back in, up, and retract. Good. If that's too hard, we'll go to a modified position. Put your knees to the floor. Drop the hips out in front again. All right. Abs again stay tight, hips neutral. She'll go through the same motion. She'll retract, or she'll lift up and now retract down. Squeeze, and then press back up again. I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but we're getting a lot of movement actually here just through her shoulders as she pulls her shoulder blades together and then pushes up as well. All right. From there, our next exercise is going to be assisted rear lunge. Now, I'm going to use something like a doorknob for this. All right, but I can just as easily take a band and slide that through. And all I'm going to do is have an object to hold on to as I step back, stand. Step back, stand. If the band is not enough, again, I'll just use a doorknob or a fixed object, a countertop, anything will work as I step and drop. All right, step and drop. All right, 10 reps per side or 10 reps per leg as we get into this. All right, the next thing we're going to do is going to be a prone hip flexion. So all I'm going to do from this is I'm just going to come in and work with a straight leg on pulling the knee tight to the chest. All right, and then back out. All right, and I will come back in, pull, trying to keep my abs tight and lower back flat to the floor so I don't end up in this arch position. Everything stays in tight as I squeeze that into my chest. Okay, again, 10 one way, 10 to the other. Then we're going to go into a lateral squat. which this is in your workout booklet. This should be very easy. We're just going to go body weight for this. I'm going to start with a wide stance. I'm going to push my butt back, drop my hips down, keeping the opposite leg all the way straight, and then drive back through. I keep the weight to the heel. I don't allow my knee to shoot out in front. I'm always pushing backwards. All right, 10 one way, 10 to the other. All right. My next one is going to be a standing band abduction, which I'll take any band. I'll just step into the middle of it. Toes go in. I'm going to cross the band into an X position, and then from that position, I'm going to abduct or step outside. Abduction just simply means to take away from the body. Okay? I would go 10 one way, 10 coming back the opposite way. Abs should stay tight, shoulders up, and good breathing patterns as we roll through. The next thing we're going to do will be an assisted squat. So again, I can take my band, put it around a doorknob, and then just the same thing as I did with my lunge, have something to hold and resist me. Stand, squeeze. Stand, squeeze. I could just as easily take that to the top of the door jamb so it's a little bit more vertical resistance, or assistance, I should say, help pull me up and down. And then the last one we're going to do, I'll have Rebecca come back in. We're going to do a shoulder dislocation. Don't want you to actually dislocate your shoulder with this. All it is a long, wide grip on the bar, PVC pipe, with a pass-through without bending at the elbow position. Right, take it over. And back. She's coming all the way from the front of her hips, all the way over to the back side, squeezing between her shoulder blades to achieve the motion. And she's not going to allow the elbow to bend. I'll have you turn towards the camera. All right. Go from this direction. If you watch, there's no bend or collapse in her elbow as she pulls this over. It stays extended and lengthened the whole time. As she pulls through, there's not a long hold, right, of the extension here through her upper trap. Go back over. As she pulls through and back. Go through each of those movements. They're listed, 10 reps apiece, and that'll be a good start to your warm-up drill.